You know that feeling. You want to really get something, go deep, but you're just drowning in information.
Information overload.
Yeah, like trying to find that perfect spot on the shower knob, you know? Too much, too little.
Right.
Well, today we're going to try and dial it in for you. We're doing a deep dive into a topic, sex, that seems simple on the surface.
But it rarely is that simple, is it?
Exactly. And we found some, honestly, pretty fascinating stuff, practical insights, too.
Yeah, we've been digging into this book, The Big Black Book of Sex Positions.
Okay, the title's a bit direct.
It is, but look, don't judge it just by the cover or the title. It's not just diagrams of, bedroom gymnastics.
Right.
It's this really hefty book, actually printed in China, and it's aiming for something much bigger. Like how sex connects us physically, sure, but also emotionally, even spiritually.
Okay, that's interesting. So our mission today for everyone listening is basically to walk you through the core ideas from this book. We're going to focus on what seems most useful, setting the stage. The positions themselves, obviously, but maybe in ways you haven't thought about.
And expanding horizons a bit.
Yeah, think of it as like an upgrade to your intimacy knowledge, minus the homework of reading hundreds of pages.
Right. And one of the first things that really jumped out at me was its take on foreplay. Kind of throws out the standard definition.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that straight away, because I think most people have a pretty narrow view, right?
Definitely.
So the book says, basically, forget just the lead up. Foreplay is, get this, any sexual play that takes sex from boring to mind-blowing.
Whoa.
And it says it happens before, during, and after sexual intercourse.
Before, during, and after?
Yeah.
That's a big shift.
It really is, isn't it?
It implies this all day long kind of thing. It's not just confined to the bedroom.
How so? Like the whole relationship dynamic.
Pretty much. The book argues that, how you interact all day is a kind of foreplay.
Seriously, give me an example. Like, how does doing the dishes relate?
Okay, maybe not the dishes specifically, unless that's your thing. But think about it if you constantly say, upset your partner throughout the day.
Right.
Intimacy is probably going to be the last thing on their mind later. It's like trying to light damp wood,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But flip side, if you do something thoughtful, something special for them, you're kind of stoking the embers, building that connection. It all feeds into it.
That reframes things, definitely. Those little everyday moments matter more.
Exactly.
So if we're thinking about this all-day foreplay, what specific types of play does the book actually highlight?
It breaks it down neatly into 3 forms, which is quite helpful. First is the warm-up.
Okay, that sounds more familiar, the stuff leading up to sex.
Right, your traditional foreplay. But the emphasis here is effort. Don't just phone it in.
Don't be lazy.
Exactly. Because the reward, they say, is amazing sex. It's worth putting the work in.
Okay, so intentional connection, not just checking a box. What's number 2?
Number 2 is orgasm play. Now this one's interesting. Less commonly discussed, maybe.
Orgasm play. What does that mean?
It means continuing stimulation while your partner's having an orgasm.
Wow, okay. That sounds intense. Why?
Well, the idea is to potentially heighten the pleasure, maybe make it last longer. But, and this is important, the book warns about too much pleasure overload.
Okay, so it could be overwhelming.
Exactly. You have to be really tuned in, reading your partner's reactions. Finding that edge without going over it requires real connection.
Pushing boundaries, but respecting limits. Got it. And the third type?
The third is afterplay. The book calls it the reverse of foreplay.
Reverse foreplay.
Yeah, it's about the cool down. Gently bringing your partner back down, reconnecting emotionally after the peak.
So like cuddling.
Cuddling, soft touches, holding each other. They even give this example of like cleaning your partner up afterward.
Oh, okay. That's surprisingly intimate. An act of care.
Right. It emphasizes that the connection doesn't just stop when the main act is over.
So foreplay isn't just the appetizer, it's this whole cycle.
Yeah.
Building, experiencing, connecting afterwards.
Precisely. And that idea of being intentional carries right into the next section.
Yeah.
Setting the mood. They offer a 5-step guide.
A guide, okay. Structure is good, but setting a mood, that feels less scientific.
And the book acknowledges that.
Yeah.
They lay out steps, but they're quick to say, look, influencing someone's feelings isn't always straightforward.
Yeah, what works for one person totally bombs with another, and life gets in the way.
Right. You can't have this rigid script. You got to be adaptable.
So it's practical but realistic. What's step 1?
Step 1, get excited about setting the mood.
Okay, so you have to actually want to do it, not just go through the motions.
Exactly. Genuine enthusiasm. They suggest Visualizing the outcome you want, that amazing connection, and letting that fuel you.
Mm-hmm.
They even quote a Hunkane principle. The world is what you think it is. Your mindset matters.
The power of intention. Okay, step 2.
Step 2, have a plan. But, and this is key, they immediately say don't overplan.
Right, because that can feel staged, artificial.
Yeah, exactly. Your partner might sense it's not spontaneous and boom, mood killed.
Plus, you can save ideas for later. Good point. So have a direction, not a minute-by-minute schedule.
Perfect. Step 3 is tease.
Ah, the fun part.
But subtle teasing, appropriate for the mood you're aiming for.
So like little things, unexpected stuff.
Yeah, like a kiss that lingers a bit longer, holding hands when you usually don't, a genuine compliment out of the blue.
Or doing a chore they hate, that could work.
Could definitely work. Or the book suggests leaving a curious note or a text like, what is it? Do we have any whipped cream?
Ha! Okay, that's good. Sparks curiosity, doesn't give it all away.
Right. Intrigue, anticipation, but don't overdo it, they warn. Don't reveal too much too soon.
Keep some mystery. Got it. Step 4.
Step 4, take it slow, which might feel weird if you're all excited from step 1.
Yeah, you want to jump right in, but slow. Why?
They compare it to acting or telling a joke or singing. Timing is everything.
Ah, the pauses, the build-up.
Exactly. Savor the moments. Don't rush. The slower the build, often the more intense the payoff.
Be present. Enjoy the journey. Okay. And the last step.
Step 5, be flexible, which loops back to what we said earlier. It's not always going to work perfectly.
Right. Your partner might be stressed. Something unexpected happens. Life.
Exactly. The best mood setters can adapt, pivot, try something else. And sometimes
it's just not happening.
And that's okay. Acknowledge it. Don't force it. That's crucial.
Good advice. So, okay, foreplay's covered, mood set. Now the main event, the positions.
Now we get into the big black book part, and it is extensive.
Like an atlas of intimacy, you said?
Pretty much. So just to give a taste, we picked a few that show the variety, maybe offer some aha moments. Let's start with missionary.
The classic.
The default, almost. But the book has tips.
Oh, yeah. Simple stuff, like a pillow under the lower back, tilts the hips, changes the angle.
Okay.
Varying the height, the hip movements, rocking, grinding circles, the woman taking an active role.
And they mentioned CAT, coital alignment technique. Yes. Key thing, here says more up and down grinding, less deep in and out.
Why?
Goal is constant clitoral contact. Base of the penis against the clitoris. They say it really increases the chance of female orgasm. Subtle shift, potentially big result.
Interesting. Okay, what about woman on top?
Right, so cowgirl facing him, great for her control, depth, rhythm, potentially orgasm. Reverse cowgirl facing away, different visual for him, different angle.
Any downs?
Book warns cowgirl might be uncomfortable for some women, angle-wise. So communication, go slow.
Always key. And they mention a hot seat.
Yeah. Woman sits facing him on his lap, legs wrapped around, very little separation, super close, intense physical intimacy.
Sounds very sensual. Okay, moving on. Sitting positions.
Yeah, different kind of connection here. Lotus facing each other, legs intertwined, very intimate face-to-face. Then laptop, one partner sits legs out, other straddles facing them, leans forward. Might need some flexibility.
Huh, yeah, maybe.
But apparently allows for really deep G-spot stimulation.
Okay, and the lap dance.
She straddles him while he's seated, but she does the thrusting. Puts her in control.
Nice. And pretzel, seesaw. Getting more creative there.
They're definitely playful names. Then, standing positions.
These sound challenging. Need balance.
Yeah, book acknowledges they take effort. Can be a workout. But fun variety.
Like what?
Dancer, ballerina, bodyguard, piston. Then there's prison guard.
Prison guard, okay.
Woman stands facing away, bends forward, supports herself. Partner enters from behind.
Right.
Book notes it can feel submissive for her, and it opens up a rear entry, maybe anal play possibilities. Shows how position impacts the dynamic.
Absolutely. It's not just mechanics.
Okay.
What else?
Side by side. Squatting's the classic. Very romantic, intimate, allows touching, whispering. Nice contrast to the more energetic ones.
Yeah, cozy.
Then deep penetration positions. Names like climbing the flagpole, G-force, shoulder holder, Viennese oyster.
Evocative names. Designed for depth.
Exactly. Shoulder holder, she's on her back. Legs up on his shoulders, supposed to offer the deepest possible penetration. Intense G-spot stimulation.
Wow. Okay. And finally.
Rear entry. Huge variety here. Beyond just standard doggy style.
Like.
Bulldog offers a different angle. Fraud leap. Apparently very deep. Even yoga master. suggesting more flexibility and connection.
Just goes to show the sheer range of possibility.
It really does.
Oh.
And after all that, the book dives deep into oral sex for her and for him.
Okay, let's start with oral for her. They have a section called Getting Oral Sex Right. Bold title.
Very bold. And it uses this interesting heat analogy. Warm up, preheat, starting to boil, boiling in the explosive areas.
Okay, so stages, yeah.
Detailed guidance for each zone, gentle touches on inner thighs for warm up,
Right.
more direct licking, sucking around labia, perineum for preheat and boiling, and then the explosive area, clitoris, urethral opening, anus. Big emphasis on clitoral sensitivity, that potential too much pleasure overload again.
Got to be careful there. Any specific techniques?
They mentioned a delightful crop circles technique. Sounds intriguing. Very comprehensive, attentive approach overall.
And then tongue exercises. Seriously.
Seriously. Oral sex tongue exercises. For both partners.
Why? What's the thinking?
Reasoning is a stronger, more agile tongue doesn't just improve oral sex, but kissing too. Even, they claim, communication.
Huh. Okay, what kind of exercises? Push-ups for your tongue.
Sort of. Rolling it, sticking it out, tongue yoga stretches, speed drills like flapping it, circling lips.
Wow.
Sculpting exercises for shape control, advanced tip.
Yeah.
Eat ice cream cone, no hands, just tongue.
Okay.
And gentle resistance training against your fingers. It's about dexterity.
That is. Dedication. And then positions for her receiving oral.
Yep. Spread eagle, bottoms up, ear warmer, face straddle, licking the flagpole under the hood. Different angles, access points.
Licking the flagpole.
Described as comfy for both, gives her a wide open presentation. Okay, shifting to oral sex for him.
What's the focus there?
Big emphasis on visual stimulation first. And foreplay for the penis, caressing it, studying it, paying attention to scrotum, testicles, not just diving right in.
Building anticipation again. Makes sense. Techniques.
Using the tongue all over shaft, head, especially the ridge.
Yeah.
Gentle sucking on testicles.
Yeah.
But carefully, they can be sensitive. Thorough, attentive.
Right. And the climax part.
Discusses the choice allow oral climax or not. Personal preference. Considers refractory period.
Yeah.
Feelings about ejaculate.
Okay, any bonus tips?
Yeah. Eye contact, letting orgasm flow over your face, if both are into that, obviously.
Right, consent first.
Absolutely. Cock rings, even restraints for more intensity.
Restraints during oral. Adventurous. And positions for him.
Similar idea. The original Almost 69 blowjob therapy described as very comfortable for him. Deep throat, handstand, kneeling, different angles, sensations.
Leaves no stone unturned, does it?
Not at all. And then there's this really unique feature, sexy challenges at the end of chapters.
Challenges. Like homework.
More like invitations to explore. They're not just try this position. The book says they're designed to expand enjoyment, see sex as emotional, spiritual, not just physical.
Okay, pushing you to be more intentional.
Exactly. And they tie into the chapter themes. Missionary chapter. Challenges the mission explore within that basic position. Woman on top. The goddess on her chariot. Emphasizes her control. Him as the chariot. Sensual skin contact. Shifting dynamics.
I like the sound of the feast for oral sex for her.
Right. Treat it like a multi-course meal. Appetizers on different zones leading to the main course, clitoris, vagina, anus. And for him, simple. To boldly try something new.
Keep it fresh. What about other chapters?
Sitting positions have, within the sacred garden, focus on energy, connection, lotus, pretzel, maybe add music, sense, mindful connection.
Nice.
Standing positions get kings and queens, make it theatrical, use props like crowns, robes, playful royalty. Side by side is the equal sign. Explore equality, shared intimacy.
Fun themes.
Deep penetration is star voyage. See it as a gateway to the cosmos. Be open to subtle energies. 69 is the circle of pleasure. Focus on energy exchange.
Wow, getting cosmic.
A bit. Rear entry is vision quest. Opening a portal for experiences, maybe visions. Encourages more primal exploration.
Okay. And BDSM.
A 10-day chain of command challenge. Uses actual chain links. List desires, try them. Remove a link if it's a no. Very visual way to explore boundaries.
That's a clever mechanism for communication. These challenges really broaden the definition of sex.
They really do. Which leads nicely into the BDSM for lovers section itself. Focus is all on clear boundaries, safety, consent.
As it should be.
Right. They talk hard limits, absolute no-goes, and soft limits, maybes, things to explore cautiously.
Okay.
And they have an adventure checklist. Tool for partners to discuss interests, fears, boundaries openly. Communication is paramount.
Good. How do they suggest navigating play?
Start slow. Talk after every experience, and use a simple traffic light system during play. Green means keep going. Yellow, slow down, check in. Red, stop now.
Simple, clear communication. Crucial.
Absolutely essential for that kind of exploration. Then the book touches on some advanced topics. Anal sex, prostate milking, pegging.
Okay. How does it handle those?
Pretty matter-of-factly.
Hmm.
For anal sex, encourages trying it with lots of lube before deciding. Highlights potential pleasure for both partners.
Right. Prostate milking.
Describes applying pressure to the prostate gland internally via anus or externally on the perineum for male pleasure.
And pegging.
Explains it simply. Woman penetrates man anally with a strap-on. Dispels the myth it's only a gay activity. Presents it as another option for intimacy, pleasure in straight couples too. Very open, non-judgmental tone.
Good. It seems focused on options and exploration.
Exactly. And speaking of options, they include lists. 10 sex toys every couple should own. Separate lists from the authors, Jennifer and Rob.
Oh, what kind of recommendations? Give us a couple of examples.
Jennifer likes things like the Lila Soraya dual clitoral G-spot stimulator, a quality glass dildo, some Liberator restraint sets.
Okay. And Rob?
Rob suggests the Hot Octopus Pulse for guys, the Liberator wedge and ramp combo for positioning help, a Fun Factory booty ring for erections, WeVibe Nova for couples. It's a mix. Solo toys, partner toys, things for exploring different dynamics.
Provides a good starting point if people are curious. And finally, what's this flow of sex concept?
It's about moving beyond just one position per session, thinking about sex as dynamic, flowing.
Transitioning between positions.
Yeah, smoothly, to change angles, allow different kinds of touch, vary speed, depth, makes it more engaging, multisensory.
Okay, like a dance. Do they give examples?
We do. One flow is the delightful bulldog climbing the flagpole flow. Describes the sequence, the sensations. Another is how the West was one flow. Uses cowgirl, cowboy, reverse jockey, playful rodeo theme,
Oh, okay.
and a spiritual journey sexual flow. Using Lotus Cat, Yoga Master, more connected, mindful. Shows how sequencing can build a narrative, intensity.
So wrapping this up, this big black book is clearly way more than just pictures.
Oh, absolutely. It's a whole philosophy, really. Encouraging imagination, communication, more fulfilling approach to intimacy.
Yeah. The key takeaways seem to be broaden your idea of foreplay, be intentional about mood,
Explore the huge variety of positions for new sensations and connection.
and talk, open, honest communication about desires, boundaries, experiences. That seems critical.
Couldn't agree more. It really prompts you, the listener, to think about what resonates, what you might want to try or incorporate.
It definitely gives you a lot to think about.
Indeed. And with this whole landscape of possibilities opened up, the question I'd leave everyone with is, what new territory will you explore?
A good question to ponder. Maybe revisiting the book itself could be the start of that journey.